Good morning on this cold day. Right now the temperature is hovering a degree or 2 or 3 above zero. We don't have much wind, but it's still chilly out here. Nonetheless, I'm going to go for a hike out here at Babcock Woods, and I invite you to join me. So let's go take a walk. It will be a little bit noisier today with this crunchy snow. That happens when it's winter. When I plan to do a hike under these conditions, I exercise quite a bit of precaution. I have electric gloves on, I have electric socks, and I have a jacket that's got electric heat. And since I know that Babcock Woods is not that long of a hike, my battery should be plenty good to cover the time that I'm out when it's this cold, even if I were to fall down and have to call for help. So I am prepared. Plus I'm dressing in layers. I've got the synthetics at the base and multiple layers. So believe it or not, even though it's chilly, I'm comfortable. I've had people ask me what type of electric heat garments do I use. The gloves and the socks are both smart heat. The gloves have 3 positions. There are 3 heat levels. The socks are just 1. The socks are 3 AAA batteries. I use rechargeables. And the gloves have their own proprietary battery pack. They are 3 levels. Like I said, they keep your fingers from freezing, but they're not as warm as I had expected. And if or when I replace them, I'm probably going to go with mittens if such a thing exists. As for the jacket, that's a O-R-O-R-O. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Ororo. This jacket has been really nice. I have enjoyed it, and it's made winter much more tolerable. Again, that's 3 positions, proprietary battery pack, and it really heats up. The battery packs on the gloves and the jacket can also be used as a power source if I would need to charge a phone or something with a low current draw. This is a bit of a different hike today in that I'm not terribly concerned if I shoot a photo or not. I mostly wanted to get out and test this way of keeping warm. The good Lord willing, in a week or 2, I'm going up with a buddy almost to the border with Canada to assist with a dog sled race, the John Bear Grease dog sled race. And I know that the overnight temperatures, as we're standing out at our checkpoint, could be very, very cold. So I want to make sure that I don't suffer from frostbite fingers or frostbite toes or anything like that. And I know my hands get cold so fast. It seems like the older I get, the faster they get cold. So I'm just doing a short walk today. Just testing things out with the rechargeable batteries on the socks and the gloves. And it won't be a long walk, but it's a nice walk out here at Babcock Woods in Waverly. When I visit Babcock Woods, I usually think of it as 3 different ways of hiking it. Right now, I'm in what I would consider the main timber hike, where I parked on the street near the archery club. You go into the timber, up and around, and come back out and then walk along the prairie. There's another small parking lot on the west side, and that takes you on a very short loop by the bird blind and then into this stretch and back, Or you can walk the prairie. Right here's one of those tees or trail sections where you can choose a different route. Or I can walk the prairie, which takes you obviously around the prairie. So you can spend quite a bit of time walking out here, see various habitats. And what's nice is it's right on the edge of Waverly. It's handy, it's pretty. It's got quite a variety considering it's really still in town. On the edge of town, but it's still in town. And it's pretty. Babcock Woods is managed by the Bremer County Conservation Board. It gets quite a bit of traffic out here. As you can see, looking at this, people have been walking, people have been cross-country skiing, and I can see some fat tire bike tracks. So that, along with deer tracks, plenty of stuff happening out here, even though it's been cold. I enjoy coming out here for the wildflowers during the warm weather months, because there's quite a variety, even though it's not that big. But when you think about it, you got prairie, you got timber, so you see a variety of wildflowers in a small space. And the birds, I've seen anything from your traditional birds, your warblers and common birds, to unusual winter birds. Several months ago, when winter was first coming on, I found Carolina wrens out here. I have not found them anywhere else this winter, and I haven't seen them out here for months. So I'm guessing they moved on long ago, but they were here. I don't know how many acres Babcock Woods covers. If I can find the information somewhere, I'll include it in the video. But it's not all that big, and I would guess much of it is the prairie. If you're wondering, are you going to get lost out here? No. If you stay on the trails, you'll be fine. You're never far from a road anyway. But it's a nice walk for those who have not been here before. They do have a policy, or they is the Bremer County Conservation Board who manages this. There is the policy, if you're going to have your dogs out here, have them on a leash. It is against the County Conservation Board's policies to have dogs running loose out here. There have been problems out here, so they're watching it quite a bit. So know that if you want to run your dogs, they got to be on a leash out here. And the other option would be you're only a half a mile or so from the dog park. If you want to let your dogs run loose, take them to the dog park. And here we are. We're already through the lower timber, or the upper timber, I don't know how you call it, the middle timber area, where the trail comes out now and it meets up with the prairie. So this trail goes around the prairie, and there's paths through the prairie. Or, as I'm going to do, because it's rather cold, I'm going to walk this way, timber on one side, prairie on the right, and I'm going to walk back to the truck, and I'll be there in a matter of minutes. From here, you get a real nice view of just how big this prairie is out here at Babcock Woods. So there's some size to it. Goes down towards the river by the archery club, and then up and over the hill here is the parking lot where I began my hike. There's a lot of good habitat use in a very small amount of space right here at Babcock Woods. I am nearly to my truck on what I would consider a short hike. Maybe 15-20 minutes, since I didn't stop for pictures. And I'll give you a really quick assessment of these electric clothes. Let's start with my jacket. As I mentioned, this jacket is really nice. It warms up that heat. I can feel that on my back, and I believe it's on the chest, but I know it's on the back, keeping me warm. That's a blessing. The boots with my socks, yep, I can feel them heating up as well. My toes are fine, no issues. But my fingers, even though I'm in these Smart Heat gloves and I have the heat on high, or the setting on high, my fingers are cold. Is that the glove problem? I don't know. I've always had problems with my fingers getting cold, and they are really cold right now. So thankfully I'm just taking a short hike and we'll be back to the truck soon. But my fingers are cold even though the gloves are on high. Again, as I mentioned earlier, if I were to replace these, I would probably go with mittens, just because mittens always seem inherently warmer for me. But that's my review, if anybody's interested. I have Smart Heat socks, Smart Heat gloves, and then Ororo jacket. Here we are. We're already back to the trailhead where this began. Didn't stop for one single picture. Didn't hardly slow down for video. So it didn't take long. I got my steps in, got my blood flowing. I'm really warm. In fact, I don't even have a cap on. I'm really warm other than my fingers. And I'm back to the truck. So with that, I'm going to end this video. Again, I'm at Babcock Woods, outside of Waverly, Iowa, or on the edge of Waverly, Iowa, out by the archery club, down from the dog park. And it's a really nice place to hike. Hard to get lost. I think you'd struggle to get lost, but you'd really have an enjoyable hike. With that, I thank you for watching.